It is our endeavor to provide you with content every day that would help you in your quest for self development, growth, and to have a miraculous life. It will be a great encouragement to us if you subscribe to the channel, share the videos that we provide here, and give your comments in the comment box below. So, thank you for supporting us. Do you have to give up one thing in order to have another? And how many things in life we don't do because if we do that, somebody might get upset. Or if I do that, I might have to give up something else. And one of the reasons why we don't experience freedom in our life is that we always live in this either this or that universe. Either I will be happy or other people will be happy. Either I will win or other people will win. Either I will do what I want or they will get upset. So, how much of our life is, or how many of our choices are determined by the fact that we think that we will have to give up one thing in order to have another? Like if I choose freedom, somebody will get upset. When I go back to my life, when I was in final year of college, I thought, let me get a part-time job that will augment my pocket money. Now, I was very fond of music and I would buy a lot of records. And buying records costed money, obviously. And that was my motivation. So I went and appeared for a interview in a five-star hotel. And I got selected. Very excited, came home with the appointment letter and showed it to my father, and he got very upset. You concentrate on your studies. You work in a hotel. You'll never be able to study after that. So what did I do? Now I had crossed 18. I was 19 or something. That's why they gave me the job. I could have chosen to just go ahead and do the job. But I was afraid that if I did that, my father will get very angry and upset. And he'll take out his anger on my mother by telling her that you are the one who's spoiling this fellow and all that. So I gave up that. I don't know if it was good or bad. The question is, I did not have the freedom to choose what I wanted to choose. Would have made a man out of me. And in fact, saved me from getting into trouble, which I got into later. So, how many times we would have done that? Don't do this because wife might get upset. Don't do this because the boss will get upset. Don't tell him this. Now, you know that you have an idea or something that you wish to do, but you won't tell him. Because if I tell him, he won't like it. He'll get upset about it. So we live in this either this or that universe. Could be two reasons for it, no? One, a very strong programming conditioning from our past experiences. You can't have everything. You can't do both. It's not possible. Or you just don't know that it is possible that you could do both. Consider that as a possibility. But if you have to do both, this and that, then you will have to do something more, no? You will have to do something more than you normally do. You will have to get out of your default mode, no? So when you are not making a free choice and you're not experiencing freedom, what would be the real reason for that? That you feel that you have to give up something in order to do another. And I ask you, why not? And you'll say, no, it's not possible. I'd say, why is it not possible? Because I know they'll not let me do it. I know they will get upset about it. My question then would be, so what if they got upset? Number one, if they get upset, you can help them to deal with their upset. They are upset. You never made them upset. If you make a choice in your life and somebody chooses to get upset, that's their choice, no? How long are we going to be controlled when people use their upsets to manipulate us or to, they show their, what do you call it, disapproval? All right, but if it is so important for you that they don't get upset, if it is so important for you that they approve of your actions, what do you think you should do? What else would you do that you don't do now? So what do you do now? You give up and say, leave it. It's not worth upsetting people. You do it, but you don't feel freedom. Yeah. So if you want to do what you choose and not upset them and get their approval, what will you have to do? You will have to learn to, first of all, get over your fear of talking to them and enrolling them into your idea. All of you must have seen that movie, Three Idiots. So one of this guy's passion is to be a photographer, but he never had the courage. I mean, Gautam will be very happy because he's a photographer. So that guy wants to be a wildlife photographer. And he's just doing something because his father wants him to do it. He doesn't even have the courage to tell his father. But one day when he finds the courage and he tells his father how important it is and how happy it makes him to be a wildlife photographer and make him realize that, yes, I will earn money, but maybe not as much money as you expect me to earn, but I will be earning money and I'll be happy. And the father agrees. Because that fellow has found a way how to communicate to that person without getting him upset. Now, he loves his father a lot. So definitely he doesn't want to upset him, just like we don't want to upset people whom we care for or people whom we respect, isn't it? So mastering, you might have to master something else in order to successfully choose what you want to choose. So instead of giving up so easily, ask yourself a question. What is that I need to master and what is it that I need to do now if I want to do, if I want to make my choice and go by that? And I also don't want other people to disapprove of me or get upset with me. So that becomes a learning opportunity for you. Because the moment you say, I want to do both, what is the first thing that will pop into your mind? I don't know how to do that. The moment you say, I don't know how to do that, ask yourself a question, what is it that I don't know? What is it that I don't know? So one person will say, I don't know how to communicate without upsetting others. I don't know how to get over my fear of confronting that situation. So when you say, I don't know how to overcome my fear, then somebody can help you to overcome that fear. If you say, I don't know how to communicate in a situation like this conversation is going to be a difficult one. I don't know how to have a difficult conversation. The moment you say, I don't know how to have a difficult conversation, it opens up the possibility for you to learn how to have a difficult conversation. Or you may say, I am able to have difficult conversations, but I cannot have a difficult conversation with some kind of people. Good. Then you can learn how to do that. No, how to be effective in difficult conversations with different types of people. I think we can learn a thing or two from politicians. They can have a conversation with anyone. During my journey of coaching, senior executives and other people for many years, I've discovered that you can learn anything if you choose to. And the most important thing that we need to learn is how to be an influencer. So why do you give up and not experience freedom in life? Because you are getting influenced by others. No. You and I are getting influenced by situation. We are getting influenced by people. And so much that we are afraid to make a choice because it's going against all the influencing and bombardment of, influence that we've had. So life is simple. Either you will influence them or they will influence you. So if you're certain that you're not influencing them for anything bad or detrimental to anyone, what is the harm in influencing them? If you're influencing people for the benefit of everyone, it's interesting. A lot of people think that if you make your own choices, it might be harmful to them. I don't know why they get such an idea. I've seen a lot of ladies getting upset when their husbands are experiencing freedom. In the Hindi speaking belt, they'll say, "Arey wo haath se nikal jayega." You lose control over him. Now, why do people feel the need to control you? Because they're afraid of losing you. They're afraid of losing your love and your affection. Now, who's giving them that? So this is a very funny thing, isn't it? If this person is going to have freedom in his life, I'm going to lose this person. I will not be able to control this person. And that's why many of us control our children, and that's why we want others to do what we want. And we don't feel very happy when they do what they want. So that's another funny thing. We crave for freedom. We want freedom, but we are not willing to give the freedom to others who are there in our life. How many of you have seen that? Would you raise your hands, please? We want people to give us freedom, but others in our family and all, they want to do what they want. We don't like it. We get upset with them. Raise your hands.
For me, the other way, sir.
I'm only talking about you are giving, you are not willing to give freedom. Yes,
No.
Amina, it's true.
I give freedom.
Absolutely, it is true.
Well, why can't you give that what you want? दूसरों से जो चाहिए आपको नहीं देते उनको. Understand? So there is this thing going on, either this or that. If I give them freedom, they will go bad, they will mess it up. I know more than them. And that's what other people in your life also do with you, isn't it? So this is a good time to remind you that, as you give, so will you receive. So those people who feel that they don't have freedom, I would urge them to think deeply. Listen carefully. Think carefully. Are you willing to give freedom to others to make their own choices? Are you willing to support them wholeheartedly on your choices wholeheartedly, means no judgment. So a lot of us, we've learned, no, we should give freedom to people. So we'll give freedom, but in our mind, we are getting terrified. I know this fellow is going to mess up. Why is he doing like this? I'm letting him do, but why is he doing like this? What is the need for making new bathroom? We can refurbish the old bathroom. See, we are not willing to let go. We want others to let go. What is at the basis of this phenomenon? Same thing, what is happening to you is happening to them. They are also afraid either this or that. Either this, either he will have the freedom to do what he wants, or I'm going to get unhappy with him. Yes, Malika ji, you want to say something?
Sir, in my life, other ways, sir, I gave freedom to everyone, to my children, my spouse, but they are now controlling me. So it may happen in the other way also, because they see in other families, in this other, 70-80% of the families, they are controlling. The lady is controlling, whereas I'm giving freedom. So they are started controlling me, because they think that is I'm not in the right way. That is, I'm not handling the
This
family.
is what this
the right
conversation is all about.
Yeah.
You are allowing them to do that because you are not willing to enroll them. You are not willing to have that conversation with them.
It's not, sir, I'm not controlling them. So even
listen
from
to me, you are not controlling them. I understand that. See, you are also operating in which domain? Because I'm not controlling them, they are controlling me.
Yeah.
That is what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
No, not required. Why is it necessary that if you control them, then they will not control you? Why is it not possible that you are giving them freedom? Very nice. And they also give you the freedom. But that is not happening because you are letting them control you. Because you are not having conversation with them to say, hello, I'm giving you the freedom of choice. You please give me the freedom of choice. You'll have to enroll them. See, they do it out of love. Let's not forget this. Out of love, out of support, out of, they don't want you to get hurt or lose something in life. Like parents and spouses, they do it because they are concerned about your safety and your well-being. There is no doubt on that. We do it with their children also because we are concerned about their safety and their well-being. I remember first time when I played hockey and I liked it. It was a great game. I happened to break my arm. Right? I had a very, very loving, kind, protective mother, and she said, no, you should not play such violent games. I got influenced by her. Why don't you play games where you will not get injured? The same lady she was very happy when I said I want to go to the army. I was thinking that she does not want to do things where there is a danger and she's agreeing for me to go into the army. There's the danger of life over there. But people are like that. So question is, when you are facing a situation like that, you can take it as a threat and you can give up. That's what we mostly do. We give up. And then we say, I'm not having the freedom in my life. If you don't give up, and what I said a little earlier, if you don't give up and find out why you're giving up, why are you getting stopped, it will give you an opportunity to learn many things which you don't do now. And I was talking about influencing. That's one of the things we are not very good at. We like to believe that we are. You see, our way of influencing is what? That's not really influencing. It is force, domination, manipulation. That is not real influencing. And see, and people with good nature like we have, we don't like to use force. We don't like to threaten people. We don't like to manipulate people because we don't like to get manipulated. Right? So the only way that we have learned how to influence people is by doing this: force, manipulation, force, or appeal to their greed. So the real thing is, instead of giving up either this or that, you say, how can I learn to be a better influencer? How can I influence them to see my point of view? How can I communicate with them and let them know that I understand their point of view? And this is a good time to remind you that real communication, which you need at this point, communication begins with the willingness to accept another person's point of view without changing it. And it does not mean that you have to agree with them. It does not mean that you have to disagree with them. It does not mean that you have to do what they say. And it does not even mean that you don't do what they say. It simply means I'm willing to accept the other person's point of view. When that happens, you may find that they are also getting open to listen to your point of view. And then you have a dialogue with them to share your vision. Why are you making this choice? Or I'm just making a choice. I might even not have a reason for making that choice, but I wish to have the freedom of self-determinism. You understand what is self-determinism? Self-determinism is that I make the choices in my life. I determine. One of the things that we have killed for our people and others around us is self-determinism. If you don't feel that you can be self-determined, you will never feel freedom. No? What is the meaning of freedom anyway? Freedom means I make my own choices in life. That's what it means. So I'd like you guys to dwell on it, think on it, and embrace it. Every time you feel that I don't have the freedom, ask yourself, what will I have to learn now? What will I have to learn now so that I can have the freedom to make my choices?